Hi, good evening. Has anyone in your family suffered from a lack of Halloween spirit? Please contact us now at 666 call ween. Yes, 66.
What are you doing?
I'm doing their info commercial.
Info commercial?
Yes, for a new episode. Call.
Oh, do you have more?
Please, time's of an essence. Call us now. This is Halloween episode, and this isn't a costume. I'm a real doctor.
We were texting with our guest today, and we told him he said he didn't have time to change into a costume after work, so we said, don't worry, we won't dress up. Now he's gonna feel underdressed.
Are you saying that we should change out a person?
A person?
Yeah,
You mean get a new guest?
Well, I mean get a new podcast buddy that wants to dress up with me.
What did you have in mind, Ryan? Are you talking about replacing me?
I kind of already thought that this was going to happen, so I did bring someone in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where are they? Because I see an empty apartment. This is who you're replacing me with?
Yes, this is Ellie. Ellie the
This is my replacement.
I'm just going to say
you'd rather have
now,
a corpse than the guy who you said last week was your best friend and only friend?
Ellie tells me I make her laugh so hard it rattles her bones.
Okay.
You say
Do I have to tell you every time you rattle my bones, Ryan?
That sounds weird. You tell me
Well, it sounds weirder that you're talking about an inanimate object doing it.
Who says inanimate?
Ryan, I'm going to ask you one.
Hi, I'm Ellie, the Skelly.
Hi, Ellie. Hey, Ellie.
Hey, Trader.
Can you close your ears? I take offense to that. Can you close your ears for a second? I have a sensitive question for for Ryan.
Okay.
Ryan, are you fucking that skeleton?
No, we're just friends. You know.
With benefits?
Well, I mean, I think having friends, you always have benefits, right?
Huh?
Because, the benefits of having a friend is, always having someone to talk to.
That's not what that means.
But, when people say, hey, do you want to be friends with benefits? You're like, oh, I thought we were. And they say, I don't, And they just, give you,
How many people have you asked to be friends with benefits?
I mean,
thinking it was something innocent, Ryan.
Every time, you meet a new friend, you go, oh, hi, I'm Ryan. Do you want to be my friend? And then, they say, yeah, sure. Then, they give you your phone number. And then, 3 days later, it's we're friends with benefits, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they just stop texting you. And they're like, oh, I guess they were never my friend.
Okay, well, Nate's going to be here,
It's okay.
Nate's going to be here any minute now. So are you just going to wear this the whole interview and you'll be the only one dressed up? Or
do you want me to? You know what? Fine.
It's up to you.
I will not wear my doctor's outfit, and I'll go put something else on.
Do you need to get permission from your girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend.
Your cold, dead girlfriend you bought at Target for $20.
Listen.
Before you change?
You can't put a price on love.
Ellie, are you being held against your will? Answer me.
Of course not. He is the love of my life. Hey, you can't bring the love into this. This is kind of... We're going to have to talk about that.
Okay, Ryan.
Do whatever you want. You don't love me?
Hi, everyone. This is the least famous Ryan.
What?
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
And cue theme music, then costume change.
Wait, are we... What? Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
Unless, did you have more?
No, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Our guest today is entertainer, scare actor, and stilt walker Nate Big Dog Wise. He stopped by to share his craziest stories from being a scare actor at Six Flags Fright Fest and Universal Horror Nights. And consider yourselves warned, he brought some stuff out of me and Ryan that y'all have not witnessed yet on this podcast. Also, for listeners, Ryan does cycle through like 4 costumes in this episode.
Yeah, with the flow.
Except I guess Ryan's not making eye contact with anyone because
Maybe. I don't really know.
I can't tell where he's looking.
Yeah, I'm kind of just looking at a triangle right now. I've definitely seen this before. Somewhere in
Oh,
Egypt.
that's creepy.
You agreed not to wear costumes. I said that being in a costume is the coolest thing. Look at my costume. It's
Nate,
so cool.
what when we messaged you about
Yeah.
doing this podcast, did what did we agree about the costumes?
We definitely agreed for no costumes.
I can't see. Can you see me?
Barely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank God I brought this from home. I brought the skeleton hand from home.
See, Nate?
I always keep this in my car with me
Yeah.
at all times, just in case.
Yeah, I feel like if we had done this at your place, it probably would have looked like our thing is so thrown together, as you can see. I'm sure your place got to be sick, like decked out with Halloween.
Kinda, yeah. I live under an underpass, so kind of looks a little spooky. But besides that, yeah, pretty good, man. It's pretty
Are
good.
there trolls there?
Something like that, yeah.
Do you, Nate, my
Yeah.
first question.
Go ahead. Yes.
Do you believe in oh, this mouse is going down.
Okay.
Let's take the mask
There you go.
off.
But also don't sing the song because it's copyright and we can't put it on Spotify.
Yeah, we
Wait, how do I take that?
Wow, tapping out that
Let's see.
early, huh?
Oh, nice. Who's your
Oh!
That's fun. Look at that. Oh.
I didn't even see the vampire teeth.
It's because of the mask.
So
My first question, Nate,
Yeah.
it's hot in here.
It is hot in here, yeah.
Do you
Yes.
believe in magic?
Great question. First of all, what's that? Little pumpkin.
How did you do that? Bro, what?
It's magic.
You just said Halloween episode. I'm a come prepared with magic tricks.
Yeah, I actually wish I brought more props. I should have brought more things.
Wait, did you steal this from my front yard?
I found that in your apartment while you guys were setting up this podcast.
I guess that's a real magician.
Hell yeah.
He's like always
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually been hiding posters around your apartment this whole time. You just haven't been able to find them yet. Yeah.
Cool.
Last time I went to it's actually a fun story for you guys. I went to a little party recently at someone's house, and I hid 2 Avatar 2 posters in their house, and I still have not received a text message. That was over a month ago. And they haven't found them. They've been hiding in this person's house. If you're out posting into this and you happen to find 2 Avatar 2 posters, The Way of Water, in your apartment, that was me.
Hell yeah.
What was the question about magic?
Yeah.
I mean, magic's
All right.
real. We all know this. I mean, like,
I would like to believe in magic. I think magic's cool. I believe in magic. Why not? If I like, oh yeah, magic's fake.
then you're
What-
fake.
Yeah, I know, right? So what's does that make my life better or worse?
I mean,
think
like,
it
if
works.
I feel like magic can make your life. Wait, I can't talk in these two guys. Like, this is.
Dude, we can kill. I have a steak end
You
of this.
can
this-
tap out of the teeth.
I have a
Wait,
I have a
stake me, and
I
then
have a
my teeth
steak
go.
end of this.
Go,
Of this.
go.
Here we go.
What did you do? He was my only friend.
Well, now I'm human now.
He's
so-
cured.
Yeah. So
okay.
It's actually an injection.
Beautiful.
This is an anti-vampire.
Yes.
You reversed the
injection.
curse.
I reversed
You
the
are
curse.
magic.
I'm
You are magic, Nate. Oh my god.
I have a lot of things. Oh, what's that? Got the deed to your house right here. And
I really thought he had something else. I was like, what else did you take?
Miss-
Nate here
Yes.
is a scare actor and has been a scare actor for a very long time.
Yes.
So, do you want to tell them a little bit of what that means? Like what you do as that job?
Sure. Okay. Big businesses, theme parks specifically, pay me money to dress up like an idiot and run around scaring people for 1 to 2 months every year. It's a job that is only relevant for about 2 months of the year. But boy, is it fun. It is sure hilarious. I love it so much, and it is super spooky. It's a blast. So I worked for Six Flags Magic Mountain for about 9 years. 9 years.
I did not realize you were doing it.
Yeah,
that long.
I did. So I'm actually on my 11th year of being a scare actor. So again, scare acting is like basically, we're not quite, I don't really think we're quite actors necessarily. It's a lot of character work. I count myself as more of a performer than an actor necessarily for these things. There's been times I've had to do like scripts or like doing like mouthing scripts and stuff for characters, but I definitely more of a performer than an actor. What?
A thespian.
A thespian.
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 I didn't even know what you were trying to say the first time.
Like the Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Thespian.
Anyways, so
He's pulling a you, dude. He's trying to confuse you. That was good. That was good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
This is actually what got me into working in entertainment in the first place. Is Halloween events, because I was actually going. So here's my backstory. Do we have time for this?
Yeah.
Backstory.
We can talk for whatever you want, man.
Buckle up. Edit. Explosion. So
Can you add that?
post
then?
notes.
Maybe. I am very
Boom.
good at that.
Explosion. Halloween. Scary Halloween pumpkin right here. Add that in post. So so my brother and I, we would do Halloween stuff in front of our front yards growing up. So we would always put up a little display. We would make a whole haunted house. We'd build with wood. We'd save up money. We'd go to Harbor Freight Tools, not Home Depot. It's too expensive there. We'd go to Harbor Freight Tools, a little cheaper, and we'd buy wood. And we'd build flats. We'd literally build walls. Sorry, I'm dropping my skeleton hand.
I like that you like to build walls.
Yeah, we build walls. I also have ADHD. So we'd build walls and so we built, it's true story. I found that out this year. How fun. Boop. So
Do I do this? What he does? Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
you build
also
walls?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep right now, and that's not a riff. That's real. That's real. Because I literally was working a Halloween event last night, and then I had to do my day job in the morning. Not something that people realize that a lot of us have to do. Many of us have to do that. It's kind of nuts. But we would build little Halloween mazes or haunted houses in front of our front yard, and we'd scare in them, and we would do this whole thing. And when I turned 18, I was like, well, my brother's a little bit older than me. I told my older brother, hey, why don't let's go get paid for this. So he said, let's go apply for Six Flags, because we just figured, it should be a fun little thing. We'll get the hang of it, and then we'll go to Universal and we'll audition there. That was our original thought. For those of you at home, how these Halloween events usually work for a lot of these theme parks is you have little haunted mazes, haunted houses, themed different things around the theme park, and then you have little scare zones where there's a zone where people running around in character. So there's a scare zone. The best way to describe it, it's like a PG-13 haunted mansion. Maybe even rated R haunted mansion.
Oh.
It was a scare zone at Six Flags called Exile Hill. Super spooky sounding. It was a haunted mansion. Think of Victorian fancy dresses and gowns and suits and vests and bow ties. And that was where my brother and I really wanted to be. They not only did they put us there as twin characters. They were encouraging us to stay together, which we were this is hilarious, this is awesome, right? We wanted to work together really bad. And we were also what we call sliders. If you guys have ever heard of that before,
Love sliders.
so slide, not like the burgers.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured as
Never
much.
mind.
Yeah,
You mean
so,
the guys that go soul?
yeah,
I thought that too.
basically, yeah. You wear these knee pads, specialized knee pads. You have these gloves that are custom made with metal on it, and steel toe boots. Basically, and what we do is we used to rip them out of the steel toe boots and glue them onto a running shoe, and then you run. And you dive onto the floor, and you can slide across the floor. And it's loud as hell. It's because metal scraping on the ground. It's loud. It's scary. It creates sparks, especially in the dark, because you're grinding against the floor. And it's really a fun little thing. And you can do things you can spin, a 360. You can do a 180, stand back up, and it's really cool. So you can do, and you're walking around with all these noisemakers on you. It's just really fun. And we both really wanted to do that. So we used to do that at our home haunts. Was that a snark? Because you're bored, or are you
No, because
bored
that's
of
what
my
all the
story?
monsters would do. They would slide and go.
Okay, that's it. I need to talk to my manager.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Oh, you mean
Wow.
that little snarl?
I mean,
Yeah.
you've attempted to piss off our earlier guests, but this is a new low, right?
You got it in my ear. That was
Sorry, did I? Yeah, I'm pretty accurate at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my skeleton hand.
I don't know, man. It's really hot in here.
Yeah.
You may not want to mess around doing all that.
Jeez, I know.
You might get us going. I don't know.
What? What are you into?
Bones.
Halloween, baby.
I like that.
How many
Halloween,
bones?
baby.
How many bones does the human body have? +1. +3. So, anyways, we started wearing pedometers. We would run anywhere from, ready for this? You're gonna do things nuts. 9 to 12 miles in one night. We'd on Saturdays, busy Saturdays. Once we got our stamina up, it's very physically demanding. This job is being a creature, a scare actor, because you're scaring, you're running, you're staying in character, you're hunching over, you're doing a lot of physically demanding stuff.
Jeez.
It's nuts.
You've got to be tired as hell, especially since
Right now. I was doing a Halloween event last night. I'm tired. I had worked my day job this morning.
Okay, well, we'll try to like not have you be here too long.
Oh, that's fine.
So you said you could go on with stories. How about you just give us your worst story, best story, and then maybe just absolutely most bizarre story.
Okay, yeah, I have a couple interesting ones. Cause it's a crazy job, right? We did that for 9 years. Got me what I was saying before. This got me into entertainment, like the guest interaction and stuff. Cause I was going to school for like different like architecture, and was like, I want to be an architect. Did it for like a couple years, was about to transfer, and went, nah, I'm going to do entertainment now. And that's why now even my day job I do entertainment. Not like I want to do Halloween year round. I love Halloween. Got into entertainment, started doing stuff like this year round, and the guest involvement just got better and better, which leads me to what the question you just asked. So after doing this fancy Victorian character for a couple years, they had this big scare zone that was like their like premiere one. This is where a lot of my stories come from, and it's called City Under Siege. It was in like their DC University area of the park. It's still there. You can still visit both these scare zones at Fright Fest if you go. I have a lot of friends still there. They're crushing it. They're doing so good this year. But we got moved to the clown zone, and at first I was kind of like, man, I'm so used to being this dark, like creepy character. Now as the clown, they're kind of like, yeah, we want you to like talk to people, interact with people. And it was like a loud, bright, colorful scare zone. I was wearing a bright blue and black jumpsuit with a big old wig. And my brother was the same thing, twin character. They themed the clowns at Six Flags, they still kind of do, to the DC like Joker clowns. Like think of like Joker's henchmen was kind of what they're going for, just without using the official DC branding. And so you would just be running around scaring people, and sometimes people just aren't scared, but you can kind of chirp at them a little bit because you're a clown, so you can say whatever.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's videos of me out there. You're gonna go on YouTube walking up. Sometimes I would just break character and like tell people my real name and then I would get questioned. I'd be pulled in. My managers would be like, "Hey, like what are you doing? Like you can't be telling people your name's Nate and all this stuff." And I'd be like, "Well, my character is a clown, and he's not well, and he thinks that he's a human man in a theme park." A lot of blurred lines, and they're kind of like, I mean, I guess. I go, yeah, we're just being silly out there, just being crazy. They were kind of like, you know what? I guess we'll accept that as an answer. So I've had some situations with these guests where I'm just saying the most outrageous stuff to people. Sometimes people get so scared that they just do the most ridiculous things. I've had people like fully nosedive into bushes before. I've scared groups of people before. They're so scared they're sprinting away from me, and I'm just standing there watching them, climbing over fences, going into like ride perimeters and stuff, and having like security having to like fish them out of like where like the rides are. Whoa. Because they're you'd be surprised. Like it's bonkers. Like some people are horrified, you know, and it's just people like me with makeup walking around being like, and we can't even touch people at like most of these haunts. There is places they can, but Six Flags, Universal, you can't touch people. It's not we're touching people. We're not killing anybody. Sometimes guests get so aggressive because they think it's personal, like we're scaring them, like we are doing this because it's a personal reason, like we're upset at them or we're angry at them, and it's not. We're just doing our job. We're just having fun. Like we're backstage having a potluck, and there is a fine line. Management they tell us to avoid incidences because have I gotten hit in the face before? Plenty. Oh, I've gotten fully just hit. 90% of the time it's reactionary, and I just brush it off because people just they get freaked out. They hit you. No big deal. I've had people come up to me before, tap tap tap. I turn around. Just straight into my face. They just punch straight in the face. I'm just like, all right, that's cool. Get them out. They got kicked out of the park. Their passes revoked for the rest of the year. All this stuff. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, you want to press charges? Nah, that's all right. Like you're fine. But I've had some situations. Sometimes I'd have people come up to me and they would be like stop. They'd be like hitting me and like pushing me. And I'm kind of like, all right. And I'd just be like, hey, my name's Nate. I'm just here to pay my rent. Like, please, you gotta stop. Like, I'm just in a costume. Like, I would just be like so real with them, and they would go, oh, I'm sorry. They realize I would just be so real with them. They'd be like, oh, are you okay? And I'd be like, no. Well, have a nice day. And I'd walk away, and they'd be like sad. And I'm like, all right, hilarious, dude. It's like in character. You're a clown, you know, you're just being silly, stuff like that, you know. We do bits like, oh my gosh, my brother and I would do bits all the time. One of our all-time favorite bits is this right here, CPR, okay? I would usually fall in the middle of the scare zone. He would come over. Oh my gosh, he needs help. We'd get like 50, 60 people around us, like in a big old circle sometimes. Uh-huh. And my brother would be like doing chest compressions on me, and I'd be on the ground just like dead. And he'd be like, I gotta get this guy mouth to mouth. And he'd be like, you! And he'd always point at one person, like the most awkward looking person in the crowd. Get over here and give this guy mouth to mouth. And he'd like pull this guy into the crowd. And again, we're not supposed to touch people, but like if it's like an interaction, you can be like, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
You know, or like if they initiate it, and they'd be like, I don't want to touch his mouth. They'd be like, get out of here, I'll do it. And he got to the point where, I mean, he and I are really comfortable with each other. We don't care. He'd actually put his mouth on my mouth and like give me like mouth to mouth, like resuscitation. Usually I would get up and he'd help me up like partially, and I'd be like, I need more mouth to mouth. I'd fall back over. I'd be like, someone else give him mouth to mouth. They'd be like, no, okay, you do it a second time. He'd be like, all right. He'd lift me up and he would like throw me into the crowd, and I'd run, I'd slide, and I'd scare people. And I would always have these bros come up to me afterwards. Always a bros. Oh, dude, it's so sick. I can't believe you kissed that other clown in the mouth, dude. That's so gross, dude. And I'd be like, hey, guys, relax. It's all good. He's my brother. This is one of the most bizarre things I've done. We held a fake marriage. We got, I would say probably about 100 guests got to view this. So imagine you paid $70. You go to a theme park. You're like, oh, this could be a professional haunted experience. And these two clown dudes are like pushing you into like 2 aisles. Like, in 2 groups with an aisle in the middle. And we're like, we need a volunteer. You have to be over 18 though. Like you have to be over 18. We pick a random guy and a girl. We put him up we put the guy in the front. My brother walks a girl down arm in arm. Down in the front. I'm initiating. I'm the officiating the wedding, fake wedding, and we have someone playing the kazoo in the background, like da na na na, you know. And we go up, and my brother goes, "He's all yours now, sir." And the guy's like, "Okay." Grabs the girl's hand, and we do a whole fake. I do a whole fake marriage with these people. And at the end, I go, "Any objections? All right, you may kiss the bride." And he's like, "Oh no." And I go, "Kiss, kiss, kiss, kiss." Kiss. And they all everyone starts chanting kiss, kiss. And they kissed. This random guy, this random girl, we got him to kiss. Middle of the scare zone.
Oh my gosh.
Middle of the scare zone. Oh my gosh. And it gets worse because all of a sudden, guess who comes running out of the crowd screaming? The guy's girlfriend. Yeah, he had a girlfriend. And she was, she starts hitting him. She starts just, you motherfucker, you can't kiss someone in front of me. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, they like made me do it. She looks at us, and me and Matt look at each other, my brother, we duck and we dip out.
I thought you were going to say you slide away.
We just slid right out of there. And we went right backstage just to go hide for a little bit until it all blew over because she was like screaming and she was so upset. We didn't make it. It was peer pressure, man. If anything, blame the system. That's peer pressure right there. You should have been taught better. That guy, whoever it was.
So did your managers did that get back to him?
Oh, sure did. It sure did. And you ready for what would happen? We get called in the next day. Hey guys, so we saw on the cameras you guys doing this bit. You guys had like probably about 100 people lined up, and we went, oh, we're cooked. Here we go. Like we made some people. They like those guests went over and complained like they made us kiss and all that stuff. And again, we didn't touch them. We didn't force them to do anything. Mm-hmm. And they go, next time it's really great. You guys are doing big guest interactions and performing for that many people. Just try to keep the walkways clear as a safety hazard. We went, oh, that's it? Safety hazard? Yeah, we can keep the walkways clear. Sure. All right. Like, all right, you guys are good to go. Thank you. Like, yeah, sure. We just left, and we were like,
I mean, no, that's good because like you are engaging with the guests. You're making those people probably had a good time. And they're gonna remember that forever.
They're gonna remember that forever. Okay, they're gonna remember that for as long as they live.
What if the
maybe not for the right reasons though. That one girl ain't.
Mm-hmm. I know.
The girlfriend they can't remember.
Well, dude, some of those people came up to me after some random group came up to me that night. They just go, hey, you married those 2 people? I was like, yeah. And he goes, dude, that girl, she broke up with that guy. We heard him saying, like, we're done. She, walked away from them. They're having this big fight over the other side of the park right now. And I went, it's probably a high school relationship. It's not going to last anyways. That's what I said. Those kids were cracking up. They're like, just hilarious. So fun.
Have you ever thought, though, of doing, like, a My Name is Earl situation where, like, you and your brother have to track down those guests and, like, fix the broken relationship in order for, karma? No?
You put the people that kiss, you get them together, and, like, now they have, like, a memory about, like, a
lifetime. Yeah, memory is a little scare memory.
Now when they get married, they're going to have, like, a scary Halloween marriage.
Yeah. People get engaged at these things. Like, at horror nights, I've seen people get engaged before. Like, your proposals happens all the time. You'd be surprised.
Are you ordained? Was it a legally binding marriage?
Fortunately for those 2, I am not ordained, so those 2 are in the clear. So if you're listening out there, whoever you are, you got married by 2 clowns back in 2019 at Six Flags Magic Mountain Fright Fest. You are good. You can keep dating other people. You do not have to worry about it. God's okay with it.
They've been living together this whole entire time.
Are they allowed to tell their current partners? Because I feel like that's something you repress.
Yeah.
Fright Fest of 2019,
Yeah.
I didn't go to that. I have
never
no
fly at
recollection
Hornets.
of the night.
That would never fly at Hornet. Hornets is much more strict because they with their characters. It's fun in different ways. Fright Fest is kind of like working it. It's like the Wild West. I loved it because there's rules, there's structure, but they're really like they gave, especially because they trusted my brother and I. They gave us a lot of creative freedom. And I got, if you guys want me, I have more. I have more. Like I told Ryan this one a little bit about this one a little bit earlier. I have a couple of like probably the worst guest interactions I had.
Okay.
So my friend Gary, he was a clown. I would always say he was the best of us. His name was Spooky the Clown. He was in like a straight jacket. He like looked absolutely foul with like his wig and stuff. And just a great human being. Like I've known him for years now. And I miss you, Gary. If you're listening to this, hit me up. I miss you, man. Gary's a great guy. And Gary, you know, people come up and harass us all the time. Like, you know, again, some guests are like having fun. Some people just come to these events to drink, get drunk, and then just to harass us. And so I walked up one time scaring in the crowd, and I see my friend Gary. These two dudes walk up, and I'm walking. I see them walking up, and I go, oh, these guys are in trouble. I can clock them a mile away now. I've been doing this for so long. I can clock these people a mile away. And I'm following these two dudes. I'm like, these guys, they're going to go punch somebody. They're gonna punch somebody. Especially the first like 30 minutes of the night when people are really scared and freaked out, people are a lot more aggressive. And I would honestly at Fright Fest, I would break character. We're not what I was supposed to do, and I would just be like, hey, like, look, we're just people. Like I would try to de-escalate. You know, I wasn't a total asshole all the time. Sometimes to be fun, I was because I was allowed to, but I would try to de-escalate people because my thought is like, okay, if I get punched, I'm like a 6 foot, like 230 pound guy. But they're going to go to the next scare zone, find the smallest performer, guy or girl, and they're just going to wail on them. And then that's, you know, they're going to get lights out. Like, at least I could probably take a punch. That, you know, there's some people that work these events that can't. And I want to defend my friends. Because if I'm getting said, if people are chirping at me or saying whatever to me, I don't care. The moment they turn and they start messing with one of like my castmates, like my friends, oh man, that's what pisses me off, man. That always boils. Like, I can hold a level head, but nothing gets me angry when I see someone messing with a friend of mine. So I would try to de-escalate people, and I'm following these guys, kind of be like, please don't touch anybody, please don't touch. Sure enough, they go up to my friend Gary, they grab him from behind, they pull him back, and the guy screams as loud as he can in this guy's ear. Ah! And poor Gary's sitting there like, oh, and I walk up, are you okay? And he's like, oh, and he's like, my ear, my ear's ringing. They made this guy's ear ring. So they just literally just assaulted this man. People come, they just assault. They go, oh, it's funny, he's a performer. No, you just assaulted a human being. It's crazy. And people think that that's okay. It's okay behavior. So if you go to a haunt, don't be a dick. They scream in his ear, so I walk up. I was so mad. So I did something I'm not supposed to do. So sorry. Sorry, Mr. Six. No, I would sometimes scare with a whistle. I'd back like I'm a referee or like a lifeguard. I just a prop. I had tons of props on me at all times. And I'd walk up and they're always like, the whistle's okay, you can scare with it, just don't do it in anyone's ear. I was so mad. So I didn't do it directly into his ear because I don't think I could ever do that to somebody. But I go right behind the same guy that just did that to him, and I get as close as I could to the back of his head so it wasn't directly in his ear, and I just blew my whistle as loud as I could. And the guy's like, oh, wow, that hurt my ear so much. And his friend comes and shoves me, and his friend's like, you can't do that. And I go, what do you mean? You just did it to him. They go, what do you mean? And I go, well, that's a guy. That's a human man. You just screamed in his ear, and he's holding his ear right now. And now your friend's doing the same thing. And he was like, you know, fuck you, all this stuff. Fuck you. And I went, all right. And then the guy was like squaring up to me, and he was like they were kind of rounding up to my friend Gary, and my friend Gary grabs me and he goes, it's not worth it, Nate, let's get out of here, it's not worth it. So he pulls me off, he goes, let's go. So him and I run backstage, these guys kind of follow us, we get all the way backstage, and so they leave us. Okay. And we're like, let's just go backstage, let's go report it to security, let's get them on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm sorry that happened. He goes, no, thank you for coming to my defense. He's like, you know I'd get you back, you know, if anyone ever did that to you. Let's flash forward to the end. That was the first weekend. Second to last weekend of that year. Guess who comes to have my back? Gary, dude.
What up, y'all? It's Bailey here to give a quick little reminder that if you haven't already, please subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. At this point, we're not on a steady release schedule, so it's important to follow us so you can see when the new episodes release. And share with a friend too. Bribe them if you have to. And if you have any questions or feedback for us, don't be scared to hit us up on Instagram and TikTok at The Least Famous Ryan. Now let's get back to Nate's story.
So I brought an air cannon in, like one of the ones, like the guns, like you pull them back and a big puff of air comes out. Yeah. I'd fill it up with smoke from like the smoke machines and fire like a puff of like smoke at somebody. Mm-hmm. And management saw it, like, we love this. So it ended up getting approved after they saw how cool it was.
Yeah.
But sometimes, once again, just make sure to, keep your distance with it. You don't want to piss anybody off. I said, you got it. And I would go right up to someone's face, point blank, just pop them. It's just air, right?
Yeah.
You felt those things. It's not the end of the world. But come on, get over yourself. You're mad about that. And I would do that, and I would just go right up to people, pop right in the face. And I went up to this dude, and he's big man. Huge guy. Like, he was like probably 6'7". I'm going around, and this guy's walking through, pushing a stroller. His wife's right next to him. He has a baby in a backpack. So his child, this is 12 o'clock midnight, by the way. Your child should not be at a Halloween event. Please do not bring your children to Halloween events, please. And if you do, give them ear protection, please, dear God, because it's so loud at all these events. And you'd be surprised. I see babies all the time at Universal, too. No ear protection, just walking with their parents. I'm just like, dude, at least give your child ear protection if you're going to bring them to these events.
Yeah.
Protect their ears, please. Be decent. Anyways, guy's carrying his baby in his backpack with his wife, pushing his stroller. And my whole thing was I would always try to go for the dads, the bigger guys, because, like everyone, I'm going to target those girls. They're so scared, I'm going to target the people who look scared. I would go for the big guys. And oftentimes I wouldn't scare them, but they would be like, oh, that was great. Thank you. Like, they're usually pretty, and that's the whole point, right? As long as they're leaving smiling, you're doing it. You're doing the job. So that's all, even if you're not scaring them. I went right for him. Figured this guy would appreciate it. He probably hasn't been scared all night because he's 6'7". He's huge, just massive. One of the biggest guys I've ever seen. Like muscular too. A huge guy. Like very athletic looking. I just pop him point blank right in the face. And I'm walking away and I just hear, what the fuck did you just do to me? And I turn around and I feel a hand. And I went, oh man, this bear paw on me. I turn around and this big old guy's like holding on to me. And I'm like, oh no. So I don't know what you think I did next, but it's probably not what you're expecting. He goes, what'd you just do to me? And I went, oh, let me show you. Popped him a second time. I do this 2 more times, by the way, in the story. So
oh my gosh.
It was like one of my, I figured it might be my last year at Fright Fest. So I was like, not like I was trying to get into a fight, but I was like, whatever. Like, this guy, what's he gonna do? Hit me? It's fine. I'll live, maybe. Pop him in the face and he goes, and he starts squaring up to me. And he unbuckles, right for this, he unbuckles his child and puts his baby in the bag on the floor.
What?
His stroller starts rolling away. He's pushing the stroller. And his wife's like, what are you doing? Grabbing the stroller, grabbing the baby off the ground. And this guy is squaring up to me. He's like, I'm going to fuck you up, motherfucker. And I go, all right, sir, you need to relax. You're starting to sound like my ex-wife. Classic line. Love talking about my non-existent ex-wife out there.
Works all the time.
And he goes, you're starting to sound like my bitch. Pop him a third time. just to really stir shit up. And people are watching, like a lot of like the fans that were always there, like supporting us, were like, I can see them, they're sweating. They're about to watch this blue clown get his ass handed to him in the middle of a scare zone, which is kind of poetic in a way after all these years of just being kind of a dick to people. I was like, I probably deserve this. And he's squaring up to me, and he's like, you better not do that one more time. Did it one more time. And now he is fully walking towards me, rolling his sleeves up like he's gonna beat my ass. And I was like, yeah, I'm cooked. I'm so cooked right here.
Whoa.
All of a sudden, I see a little purple blob coming from the side. And who is it? It's Gary.
Oh,
Gary's
shit.
coming back to return the favor. He's coming to defend me after I just defended him earlier in the year. I go, oh, Gary's here. And he's like, all right. And he has his hand on me, has his hand on this guy. He's like, please stop, sir, stop. Please stop, please stop. The guy's like, get the fuck out of my way. Get the fuck out of my way. And he looks at me. He's like, I'm going to fuck this. Calls me the N-word. Now, this guy, I should preface this gentleman, this guest was black.
Okay.
Calls me the N-word. And Gary, I should preface, also a black man, goes, all right, hey, don't use that. He's like, come on, man, don't. And he has these like fake teeth in too, because he has like these clown teeth in. He's like, all right, he's like, come on, man, come on, dude, don't use that word like that. You know better. And he's like, F you too, calls him the N-word. And so all of a sudden I see Gary go, pops his teeth out. I go, oh, Gary's about to fight this guy. He rolls his sleeve up and he goes, I'm black too. You can't use that word like that. You're using it. And then like they just start getting in each other's face and they're screaming at each other. And I see this guy cock to hit Gary, and I pull Gary away and I go, let's go. And Gary and I just take off. We take off running. And this guy is hauling after us. And we run backstage, and unfortunately there was like 2 sheriffs, not security, but sheriffs. They're standing there. So this guy kind of backs off. We run backstage, and he and I were like sweating. We were like, dude, that guy almost messed us up. We almost got killed out there. And he was like, why'd you do that? Made him that mad. And I was like, well, kind of popped him about 4 times with this air can. And Gary was like, oh, man. And I was like, but you had my back, Gary. He's like, that's right, I had your back. And I was like, and I got your back, Gary. I love you, man. He's like, I love you, Nate. We're like, yeah. We're so hyped. It was hyped as hell. And I was sweating, dude. I was like, and I had to like write a whole statement about it because that guy was like out. Like, apparently security had to like escort him and his family out of there. Oh boy, that was like one of the most scared I think I've ever been for my life. I was like, I'm gonna get killed right here. This guy's gonna rip my head off. Because like I'm tall, and if I have to do this to somebody, I'm cooked. And guess what happened? No meeting, nothing.
What? They didn't even at least say like no more air cannon?
No. Got away with it unscathed. So one more story for you guys. It happened last night. You're gonna think this is crazy. And again, so now I can't. So Universal's a little different, a little more strict. So until the year is over, like contractually, I can't talk about like what exactly it is I'm doing. I do stilt walking now, so that is one thing I can say. Like I'm a stilt walker as well. I do it for gigs. I do it for parties. I did it for Six Flags for a little bit. Now I'm doing stilts over at Universal, but I can't specify exactly like what I'm doing, which is fine. But just know this. I scared someone yesterday so bad. It was a family. It was a mom and her 2 kids. Kids weren't that young. They were like maybe like 16, 15 years old. They look like teenagers. Walking through. I go on to one of my set times. First people I see, it's 8:30. I walk out. I scare somebody. They turn. They run as fast. They were so scared, and I wasn't really doing much. I just like ran at them. They just started running, and I stopped. And I just was watching them sprinting as fast as they can. They're turned around looking at me, and I'm just standing there, just standing still. And another group of guests walks around the corner at the wrong time, and they laid them out. It was an older woman. She hits the ground. I see a group of people forming. So I walk over to see what's going on. They look up at me, and this woman is like hand on the ground, like face down, like she looks like a corpse. I went, and she was like not responding. They're like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Shaking her, and she just was like. So this group of guests, so I didn't technically do anything. I just scared one group, and they just ran and unfortunately hit this woman so hard she fell, and she must have hit her head. Very bad. So I went, ooh, really went backstage, reported it, and so she can go get some care, right? And they ran out, and they took her away, and I got a follow-up. They were like, yeah, like she went to medical, but they're advising she goes and gets checked out by a hospital. So I personally did not send someone to the hospital, but I did scare someone so bad that they ended up hitting someone and sent them to the hospital. Oh my! And that happened less than 12 hours ago.
Fuck.
Isn't that wild? Yeah, isn't that crazy? So
it's gotta feel like same day to you, right?
It does. Right? It's kind of been, like I said, it's been a blur.
Did it even happen?
Did it even happen? Because again, a lot of people that work these events, right? We're just people. We got day jobs too. Working at a haunt, super fun, but you can't. It's not sustainable year round. It's only for 2 months. It's good money. It's good extra money. It's very fun, and it's a good little social aspect. But yeah, you need a day job because what am I gonna do the rest of the other 10 months out of the year?
Strip.
So you have to go to work. Sometimes you get no.
What was that, Ryan?
I said, go to the strip in Vegas.
He said to strip. He just asked our guest on this podcast to strip.
It's a little warm in here.
What the fuck, Ryan?
So how many bones in the human body again?
This heat's really just getting us all, man.
You're telling me. But anyways, I know it's kind of like 5 stories to answer your one question.
No, it's great.
Those are some of my big hitters.
We wanted for our Halloween episode, we wanted some spicy horror stories.
Oh man, yeah, I got plenty, man. Horror nights are it's a little different because you're not chirping at people, you're not like responding to them, like talking to them, but it's a little different. But there's nothing better than telling some teenage kids, when they're being like little assholes and they're like, saying whatever they're gonna say to you and trying to be little assholes and going up to him, my friend would walk up to him and go, hey man, like, dude, I'm sorry, we're gonna freaking get that guy. And they're like, what guy? And we're like, the guy that messed up your haircut, and walking away and just watching these teenagers just crumble under the societal pressure, and then me walking up to him being like, oh dude, like we're still looking for him, but we'll get that guy that messed up your haircut. And they're like, oh screw you, like you're ugly. And being like, at least I could take the makeup off, dude. Like, what do you got going for you? And these teenage kids just being like just destroyed. I don't know. It's like don't chirp. If you come into the kitchen, expect to cook, baby.
Yeah.
You're gonna cook with us. I don't know. It's a little trash talk. It's funny. Because if they ever had a good cut, and sometimes these guests are smart. They'll have a good comeback. I'm man enough to be like, well, that was a Fun comeback.
Ryan, you had a question.
Well,
Hit me.
I did have a question, but Ellie wants to ask the question.
Okay, yes, Ellie, is that... Oh, I didn't realize Ellie's been raising her hand the whole time. Please.
Yes, I mean. Well, what do you love about Halloween? That was Ellie, not me.
Sound like one of the Costco guys. I sound like Big Justice from the Costco guys. What do I like about Halloween? I like...
What do you love about Halloween?
What do I love about Halloween? The skeletons.
Yeah, baby.
The pumpkins.
The Blumpkins?
Not the Blumpkins. That's not what I
okay.
said.
No, whoops,
No,
whoops,
not those. Those are year round.
Wrong
Nope. Those are year round, baby.
Cha-cha-cha-cha!
Motherfucker.
So I like fall. I love the fall. I'm a big fan of the fall. I like when the weather drops and it gets so cold during the fall, and like the leaves, they don't change in California, but I like to imagine they do. Like the wind, the dry weather starts coming out. It's really fun. And I love dressing up. I think dressing up is so funny. I dress up sometimes just for fun, just to go do whatever. I mean, like, hell, you give me an excuse to dress up in a I have like a box of costumes. Some of that is from gigs I've done, like working events.
But he didn't wear one here, could he?
I didn't wear one here because I thought the plan was not to, which is crazy. And we said it in a text message, man. You Gmailed me.
Yeah, you can read the text message.
Like, I couldn't even get
We
you to-
share the same account.
The
Are
only
you
way-
trying to say that I tricked you into not wearing a costume? That way I can be seen in the costume?
Maybe.
Now it makes sense.
Getting Ryan to respond was so hard, I had to start Venmo requesting him. The horror vibes is so fun. Like, I think horror as like a genre for like movies or like storytelling is very creative because like anything goes, right? There's no limits when it comes to horror, right? You have a fantasy, PG-13, there's limits. You can't do certain things. You have a horror movie, like let's take like any horror movie that has like something that's wild. Let's like Hereditary, great example of a great horror film. And you're the whole time you're like, what the hell am I watching? Like Midsommar, like Ari Aster. Oh my gosh, like what the hell's going on here? There's no limits, and I think it's kind of fun because it's kind of in a way it's scary in itself because you don't know how far it's gonna go, and I like it. I think that's really fun. There's a lot of creativity that comes with this stuff, man. And something about the spooky vibes I just come to have loved so much, and now it's a year-round thing for me. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a trick-or-treater right here?
Another one? Two
Yes.
in one night?
Let me go check on that. Ha ha ha. Ellie wants you to hold this mic while...
Okay.
Two mics.
Yes, 2 mics.
Ellie, you're doing the Lord's work right now. Good job,
Thank you, Ellie.
There you go. Let me go check on that trick-or-treater.
Yes.
And I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
check
Ryan.
on the
Yes.
video, I guess.
I'm going to hold the mic
It
for
was
you.
it was clear to you that
It was pretty clear.
He did that knock, right?
I had to
There's
Venmo
no
him
trick or
1
treat.
cent. That way he'd respond to
1
it.
cent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pro tip.
So while Ryan's checking on that trick-or-treater, I wanted to show you, this is a video that's going viral on TikTok this year. I was just really curious, is this you? Because I know you're on the stilts. This video is someone on stilts in one of the crow costumes.
Yes. I've seen all the
And
videos. Dancing,
They're just getting down to Not Like Us.
getting absolutely down with it.
Yeah. Do you have some Kendrick Lamar moves to demonstrate
You know,
to us,
I'm a
Nate?
big fan of Kendrick. Big fan of Kendrick.
Yeah?
That was not me. That was ready for this? That was the Grandpa Crow. Simple as that.
Just... So no one was in that costume. That was the crow
That was
himself.
a
That was
real
the character.
12-foot tall bird. That was in that video. Those things live on Earth with us.
Man, I wish Ryan was here to have
But
heard
it
that.
was- it
Because that's
wasn't
totally
me.
something he would get behind.
Whoa!
That's why you made up the fake trick-or-treater was... So you could do another costume change?
He really wants to be seen right now.
He let us agree to not wear costumes just so he could be the belle of the ball here with the belle of the Halloween ball.
I kinda
This is a
barely
sick
reacted.
costume, dude.
When he came out. That's great. That is a pretty cool costume. Who are you supposed to be?
It's an ambiguous ninja.
It looked like Sub-Zero.
It does, and I
What
love
was that?
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat
Ice
is definitely
Cold.
Mortal Kombat is definitely like one of the favorite things
Yeah,
that I grew
that's
up
great.
listening.
Of course.
That's actually probably why my character in my book, Kirna, she has size just like Katana from Mortal
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat. Very cool. And that's a great costume. Yeah,
Thank
it looks,
you.
You kind of look like the guy that lives in my walls.
So
We're
yes.
back. Ninja!
Ninja.
You look like the guy that lives in my walls. That's why I didn't react when you first ran out, because I thought I was used to you. Anyways.
Do you live in Nate's walls?
I plead the fifth. I live in many people's walls.
Woo! Hey-o! Sounds like me in college. Boop. Okay.
I have a question about
Okay.
music.
Okay.
I was with Bailey the other day and I got very, very, very upset. It was September and it says, "Are you ready for your 100 and something day Christmas playlist?" I said, "What the fuck? It's not even Halloween yet."
What was it?
Spotify.
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 Yeah.
I forgot. We have to
Needs this-
specify. I guess they don't know what's in my head.
Our fans weren't in the room when
Yes.
it happened.
Okay.
I like to imagine that our fans are always with us, so.
Always watching.
Always.
Always watching.
We love you guys.
In the walls. In the walls.
So, Halloween music instead of
Yeah.
Christmas music.
Yes.
Do
Yes.
you listen to Halloween music?
Yeah.
And when would you start to like get you in the mood?
You know, here's the thing about Halloween music, okay? It's kind of hard to find. You look up any Halloween playlist, you go to Spotify, you go to YouTube. I'm sure Apple Music, I don't have it. I'm sure you go to any music source, it's going to be the same playlist. It's like Nightmare Before Christmas. Monster Mash. Somebody's watching me. And I'm not going to lie. I do listen to music like that sometimes. And I'll go through the whole Nightmare Before Christmas music sometimes. Again, it's so spooky, so much fun. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a TV show. It's called Over the Garden Wall. You guys ever heard of it? Okay.
Is that the one with the gnomes?
Kind of. Big plug. One of them is dressed like, he's in a Halloween costume. He's dressed like a gnome. And he's voiced by Elijah Wood. Yeah, okay, so Cartoon Network, folks, go look up Over the Garden Wall.
I've seen this.
It's a cartoon. You can watch the entire thing in one sitting in like the course of like 2 hours because it's one season, one and done. So it's like a movie. You can just watch the whole thing. It's addicting as hell, and it's like spooky fall vibes. And it's about these two kids, these two brothers. They're trapped like in this like eternal woods. They're trying to like basically make their way back home, and they keep getting lost. And there's like a beast following them, and this whole thing. And they keep running into like these spooky situations. It's fantastic. It's definitely obviously it's for families, but it's a great just like fall vibe, like great music. Or I will also listen to music that reminds me of like some of the events I've worked. Like if there's like a song that plays like in a scare zone or like one of the shows I've done before, like things like that, I will go back and listen to that as well. That always kind of puts me in the Halloween mood. When do I start listening to it? I like keeping holidays in their lanes. So, and look, I have nothing against people who like, I have a lot of friends, Christmas year round. That's fine. I love Christmas music. I love Christmas. I love all the holidays, right? I mean, like, I grew up celebrating Christmas and Hanukkah. There's this whole thing in my household.
Cool.
So Christmas Day, yeah. I love like, just the holiday. I think it's just so much fun. Celebrating, being with family, being with friends. It's great. Thanksgiving's great. Like, they're all great. But I like keeping the holidays in their lanes, and so I will. But no offense, to people who do. I think it's fine.
I want to say it was 2021. I really want to name specific places. Like
Maybe.
it's like a mall, but like it's probably a famous mall.
Go for it. I don't know.
The Citadel.
Ooh, doxed.
It wasn't even Halloween yet, and they had their fucking tree up. And I said, seriously? Wait until November 1st.
Yeah.
Just please. Like, Halloween deserves its...
Who did you say
love.
that to? Did you say that to the tree?
I mean, like, I said it
To an actual
into the
person.
sky, and hopefully God, like, struck down. Let's not... Hopefully some spirit in the sky says, let's use lightning, maybe Zeus, and like shoots the tree on fire. Hopefully nobody's there. That way like a whole fire doesn't happen, but like the tree would just explode and combust.
Yeah, I was about to say, you realize we're in California and most people are asking whoever they believe it is up there to take away the fires, not to smite trees with lightning.
I think I have a solution for you. My dad actually owns the Citadel. His name is Richard Citadel. I can put a good word in with him if you like.
Oh, that's pretty amazing.
I hope that helps a little bit.
Is this your cue to go see a fake trick-or-treater and come back with a little like fake mustache?
On a sillier note, I also like looking up vintage Halloween music too. It's cool, like real like old school, like thinking like.
Did this unlock a core memory for
not
you?
a core memory, but I just imagine like, it's Halloween time.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly.
I say boo. I got you. Yes.
It's like that. It's like the little. I'm just like, oh yeah, this is spooky. I'm in my car. I'm just like sweating. Like,
That was not spooky. That was fucking incredible.
This is why we do it, boys. This is what it's all about. I'm just in there, just absolutely loving it, dude. I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah, this is good right here.
So what's your skeleton arms name?
I haven't really named it. So I bought this as a joke. So
It's called The Stranger. When it's at The Stranger, there's like a thing where like you sit on your head and then you...
From Chappelle Show, from the,
So like, but you guys didn't respond.
I didn't get that that's what you're referencing until you said.
I looked at you and I went, this...
Okay, so let me get this straight.
Yes.
You're
imagining him doing weird stuff with that hand, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Just setting the record straight. Yeah.
Yes.
So everyone knows that's what Ryan.
No
one's gonna want to be a guest on this podcast.
I mean, but like if
I'll come back.
This is gonna be
I got plenty.
every episode.
I got lots of riffs. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Nate.
okay.
This is very unprofessional. This is things that we argue about with each other when we call each other at 4 in the morning.
So all good.
You told me not to call you at 4 in the morning because your girlfriend gets jealous when I say, "Hey, you what?"
Yeah. You said mommy and daddy are fighting. My real girlfriend is jealous of me and Ryan of our chemistry.
Wow.
Yeah, so
good count.
there's that.
Because we go to the movies together.
Wow.
I mean, we
That's
did.
super
We saw
special.
The Wild Robot together.
Wow.
It was really cute. It's a
What's
good
The Wild
movie, The Wild
Robot?
Robot.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored, but good movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's super cute, you guys.
So
I like
Ryan
that.
did want me to
That's
ask you,
Okay.
before we do our next segment, Ryan was wondering if you had any real life... Oh, gosh. I'm not comfortable now.
You shouldn't be.
Okay.
You're on Fear Factor. You're on Scare Tactics, pal.
Ryan was wondering if you have any real ghost stories or creepy experiences.
Yeah, I do have a couple ghost stories. My brother and his fiance one day, they went, "Hey, we're gonna go to the Pasadena Bridge. The one's very haunted, apparently, right?" And they said, "We're gonna go. Yeah, just go ghost hunting around like the basin of it, like down below. You can hike down there." They brought like an EMF reader, just like to see what's going on, right?
Yeah.
They said they were out there and they were just like one of like the spirit boxes. They had like a little thing. They're like, shh, trying to see if they could get it. And they're like, "Is anyone here? Like, hello." They said that they looked around for like, 10, 15 minutes and they're like, "Hello." And then all of a sudden on the spirit box, it was like, shh, staticky. And it was like, "Hello." We responded. And they went, "Oh, like, hello. Like, can you understand? Can you hear us? Like, we're just here. We're just looking around, And I guess that's what they claim, right? And I just believe them. I believe them because it's a cool story. And the spirit box goes, "Am I dead?" And they apparently they both stop. They're kind of like, ooh. They go, "Yes. Unfortunately, we think you might be. Is there anything that you want to like tell us?" I was like, "Leave me alone." And they said, "Okay, you got it." And they just said they hightailed it out of there. Just got out of there. You don't want to mess around with that. I don't want to mess around with that stuff.
I would make a friend though.
He said, "Leave him alone."
Staying on the Halloween theme, we asked Nate what his favorite Halloween candy is.
Yes.
Nate said his favorite Halloween candy. Let's look in the fun little
bucket.
Light up jack-o'-lantern here.
Candy.
M&M's.
I go nuts for M&M's. It makes me go cuckoo crazy. I love M&M's so much.
We're not sponsored by M&M's.
We're not sponsored by M&M's.
But I thought instead of like the normal game, we always like to play games. I thought instead of a game, it would be fun if we have an M&M eating contest and see who can finish a bag faster.
Okay.
You gave me a look like you weren't expecting
Now,
this many M&Ms, right?
Sometimes
I told you about this plan.
You guys know that sensation when you eat a lot of M&Ms and it makes your mouth start to burn? That might happen.
I can't wait to find out. I'll be right back because I have to show what the loser drinks.
Anyway, while we have this time, let's talk about Bailey.
Yeah, tell me about Bailey.
So I had to invite you here because like all of the other guests, he likes to only invite blonde people, and we think it's because he has jungle fever. Oh shit, he's here. Oh, I mean,
it makes sense why you guys have such good chemistry now.
Why we call each other at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's spicy.
Don't tell my girlfriend.
All right.
Okay. So the can I get a
hot tub?
The loser of the M&M costume staying really on theme with the witchcraft. Now,
See that? Hold it high.
the loser drinks the blood of a virgin out of this disco pumpkin.
Where'd you get that
Where
from?
where did you get, wait, not the pumpkin or the blood?
You can
Blood.
get anything at Walmart.
We are sponsored by,
A couple different places.
Virgin blood? Walmart?
we're sponsored by Fresh Virgin.
Yeah, I mean,
Here-
honestly, I've been on that Kirkland brand virgin blood the last couple months, but I think I could.
How
I
do you
could
like that?
It's pretty good. It comes in bulk, so surprisingly.
So you just
yeah.
keep it all year? Or
I
like-
swear, last time I went, they had a volcano in the back. They were sacrificing one too.
That explains why when I applied there last year, they asked that question at the end of the questionnaire.
They go,
Are you a virgin? I was like, this is weird. I'm just not gonna
they
apply.
went, yeah, Mr. Press, we really like your stuff. You know, it looks like you'd be a great associate here at Costco. Last question: do you fuck?
Do you fuck hard?
This guy looks like he looks.
I am a virgin.
Oh,
It's my blood.
interesting.
I tripped on the sidewalk on the way here, and I got a cut. And okay, what we're actually gonna drink is
Drain me making it weird for people.
Drain them like a pig.
what we're actually gonna drink is
They
my
drain this guy like a
favorite.
pig.
So the winner actually gets to drink this because this shit is the bomb.
Ooh, that looks delicious.
Okay. Also, we're not sponsored by them either. Stoke pumpkin cold
Yeah, that's
brew.
good.
It's amazing.
Is
Yeah.
there nuts in that? Because I'm allergic, remember?
Oh,
You better not win, partner.
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah, you better lose, bitch. Okay, because I love this cold brew so much, I did just want to say, even though we're not sponsored by
Yeah,
them,
it's getting warm in here. Huh?
I'm a coffee guy, and one thing I hate about
coffee guys.
I love pumpkin spice, but every time I get a pumpkin something that's coffee,
Yeah.
it's always either too much pumpkin and the coffee's not strong enough, or it's the opposite and the coffee's strong, but you only get a little tease of the pumpkin. You know,
Sure.
it's like the pumpkin's just kind of touching you there, and then the pumpkin's dipping.
It's like
and that's not
yeah,
cool.
like the LaCroix of pumpkin.
This exactly,
Yeah.
but this I don't know what kind of black magic they did in this shit.
Racist.
But no,
Yeah,
that's a term.
yeah, we got him. We got him.
I don't know what kind of witchery
Yeah, he's sitting right
was
next to
put into this pumpkin
Now
brew.
black people are witches. Okay, you want to hang them? What do you want to do next?
We got him.
I just wanted an excuse to drink coffee with my friends. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm
Let's think about witches being able to
It's
swim.
so hot in here.
I'm saying this because black people.
Are black people witches?
Okay.
I'm just getting confused. Yeah, we got him.
All right. Okay. We're just gonna eat some M&Ms and we're gonna shut the fuck up.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes,
You said you love pumpkin spice.
I do.
It's because you're the color of a pumpkin and you're so spicy.
Ooh, let's get the hand in there.
Can I
Yeah,
borrow this?
yeah, please. That's nice. That's why we do it, boys.
That's why we do it. That's why we do it. We're all witches here.
Wait, are you serious
Okay.
about this though? I really have to like eat this bag of candy, or like,
Can I just put the mic here?
You could be the ref.
do that, like-
You could actually just be ridiculing us while we do it.
Oh wait, can I say like weird shit? I mean, can I say
Yeah, you
encouraging
can.
shit?
These spooky colors.
And think about it this way: we've been talking for this long, and neither of us have had water. So this is going to be real. Bad.
Yeah, he's right. He's so
This is going to be real
right.
bad. All right, you ready?
We are starting the clock as of right now. That's right, and we're going. And that's right, and Bailey's getting in there. He's putting it all into his mouth. He's stopped because he's a... And now it's Nate. He's chewing, he's going, he's looking me in the eyes, and that's all right. I like this. Yeah, Bailey seems like he's stressing out. What is he gonna do? Yeah, get that shit. Put it in your mouth. You have to open the
Oh
hole.
my God.
It's like you're getting one. Oh yeah. Oh god. Oh, he spilled some. Bailey has to go and find
Zamboni.
those off the floor. Now Nate's tactic is working out. He's going for that hand approach.
They call us the Pooh Bear approach.
Pooh Bear approach. Oh God, he used a whole handful of M&Ms. Now here goes Bailey. He's eyeballing it. Yeah, get it in his mouth, and it's going. He's gargling. He's getting it in. Oh yeah, that's real nice. All right, now Nate is just simply just going, turtle pace. He's just saying slow and steady wins the race. And I think Bailey's taking this real serious. Like, he seems stressed. He's sweating right now. He seems kind of anxious, as if he just did a bump of coke. Now, Nate is just enjoying his M&Ms. He's just going at it, going to town. Bailey, you got to get some tongue in there, buddy. You don't cry now. Kiss it, lick it. No, that's disgusting. I did not want to see that. All right, so let's go back to Nate. Are you done with it? Okay, well, it's 1 minute and 30 seconds. Are we just gonna keep on going until you finish this? Alrighty, and I guess I'm still gonna be the talk show host of this momentous moment. Yes, Bailey's taking it to the dome right now. He's bringing it back. Now Nate is definitely just having that simple approach. Now, he seems more like a well-seasoned, like, candy eater. While Bailey seems like he's never eaten candy before, and this is the first time he's ever actually had chocolate. But we all know Bailey likes his chocolate, right? Ha ha!
I did not realize it took me a minute to process that.
And we all know talking with your mouth full is fucking gross. But Bailey's still talking to me, having fun. He's looking at me directly in the eyes. Now he is. Hell yeah. I want you to chew that food, Bailey. Chew it. Now Nate's is going into it, going at it. I can smell the M&Ms. Like,
a lot of
This is awful.
this is why I said I'm not doing that. But it's alright. Yeah, I get it, Bailey. I think Bailey's gonna win this. Nate? Was this a trick to get Bailey to eat a whole bag of M&Ms?
I don't want a cold brew.
Bailey, you bought the cold brew. Why did you not just buy it and just drink it?
Rules.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are enjoying this moment. It is 3 minutes, guys. Are you almost done already? Damn, see, I guess the turtle did win, and you're a little rabbit. Little snow bunny. Alright. Is that not the term? Like, when you're like...
When you're like what, Ryan? When you're like what?
When you're going so fast, and you know that you are wearing a flannel, flannels remind you of cold and fall. Fall, snow, fast, bunny, snow bunny. There we go, we connected it back. The hole is very tiny. Just like, you gotta put your tongue in there, buddy. See, Nate's approach with opening his bag, just taking handfuls at a time, I think it's pretty work. Nate's not complaining. You seem like you're almost there. Nate, how often do you eat bags?
Of M&Ms?
No, just bags in general.
Every Thursday, man.
Yes.
When I finish this before Bailey, I'm drinking all the cold brew. He's not getting a sip.
And how does that make you feel, Bailey?
I'm taking it home with me.
It was my idea. It was my idea to begin with. I really thought I was gonna have you, dude. I've never done this before. This is horrible.
This was your idea. It seemed like you've done this before, but apparently...
I was excited to do it, but...
And, alright, so... Nate is nearly complete. Nate's locking eyes with me. He's confident. God, he is making his way towards that finish line right now. There is no interceptions. What is that called?
Yeah,
Diversions?
No. I'm not that... No! What the fuck?
And that's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is 5 minutes and 18 seconds. And we have a winner. That is our podcast. Did you just throw that trash?
Woo!
This was our podcast companion, our
I'm
guest.
sick to my stomach right now.
Yes.
Now, do you think this is going to make you feel better with the... Can you not eat another bag? Please don't eat another bag.
Please don't.
Bailey's hands are literally shaking right now. I think he's had too much
Here,
chocolate.
do you need help, buddy? Are you okay? How you feeling? Just so you know, the
just so
restrooms back there. If you have to throw
People
away.
know at home there's
feeling like a
10
loser.
servings per container, and one serving is about 140 calories. So do the math. About 1,400 calories that Bailey and I just consumed.
And then this has 150 calories.
All the calories from my entire day.
When I bought it before we came here to do this podcast, I was like, oh man, this is going to be a great reward for a great episode.
Look at Nate. He is really enjoying that drink right now. How does it taste? The taste of victory, Nate.
It's really good. It tastes like Bailey's not getting any of this.
Ooh. That sounds like it tastes amazing. Oh, Bailey's. I think that's like spite eating.
This is really good. There's a nice amount of pumpkin in this.
A nice amount of pumpkin.
This is lovely. This is actually
Would
lovely.
you mind if I had some? That way.
Oh, not at all, Ryan.
Okay.
I would love for you to have some of this pumpkin.
Oh, I can't wait. This is so delicious.
That's nice.
Here you go. I'm so glad I was able to have some of that pumpkin stock cold brew coffee. Wait, it's so upset because like this is the same color as Bailey and he doesn't get to drink it.
I'm gonna cry.
It's do you want
Do
me
it.
to get you a cup?
And we'll edit in a really spooky ghost to make it look like you got scared.
Woo. So not only does he beat me, he gives me even more work to do in editing.
Wait, hold on. Me or him? Because I don't beat you.
Him.
Nate, you beat him? Oh,
You realize you saying that made it sound like you beat me, right?
ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know that
We don't beat each other.
Bailey's. You made this sound worse. Why would you even? You didn't have to add on to that.
All right, Bailey, you can have a little
okay.
cold brew as a treat. Have a little cold brew.
Aww. There's none in there.
He gets a consolation
Thank
prize
you.
out of cold brew.
No, it's going through. Yeah, it's going through.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It's
that's good, right?
just as great as I remember it.
Just so you know, all three of us indirectly kissed
It's not the first time.
Davey. I hope you know.
There is one other thing we like our guests to do.
Okay, I'm ready. What else? What's next?
I don't know if you've read either of Ryan's books, but
have
if you
not.
haven't, that's okay.
Do I need to go grab
We
one
just
of
like to
those?
ask our guests to just do a short little 20-second, 30-second plug for Ryan's book.
Okay.
And pretend that you've read it,
You got it.
or just make up stuff about it.
Wait,
Whatever
should I
you
get
want.
him a book?
Oh gosh!
Please.
I just tasted all the M&Ms. again.
Blue, or you want fantasy or poetry?
Fantasy, baby.
Oh my gosh, my stomach hurts.
This guy can't stand 14,000 calories of M&M. This is nice. I like the synopsis. An optimistic ninja. Nah, look at it.
I mean, look at this.
Let's do a plot.
Look at this.
Halloween, baby.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Look at this.
Look at him.
What is this? Why does the synopsis say you robbed somebody outside of a 7-Eleven?
Because they said to be true on your biography.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can't argue with that. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Well, they're not supposed to write them.
Guys, come order a book. Chaos Unleashed by Ryan Reed. Chaos Unleashed. This book, fantasy, has got some dude. He's floating a river for some reason. A little floating good. Just heading down a river, injured. There is a planet. Some people die. There is a whole new area, a whole new world. Not copywritten by Disney. There is another guy who is a hermit. And I know what that means, but I like to think of him as a giant crab who finds this dude floating down the river, and they deepen their bonds by training together and by living together in a house. Sounds like it's probably some kind of redemption arc. I'm sure there's a little love mixed in there. And it's probably super fun. So go check this book out. There's a point where the main character gets robbed behind a 7-Eleven, which is pretty cool. So maybe that'll come book number 3, Chaos Unchained.
You're pretty obsessed with that as a plot point, right? Jeez.
I'm gonna
Really
put it in a
pushing
movie.
that. I mean, this cool. It's talking about like this planet. Let's see what's the planet called. Planet is called. Give me a second, guys. I'm working on it. The planet Felocia. Okay, Filiosa. Feliosa. Felocia. All right, so I got the planet Felocia. So on the solitude on the brand new planet of Felicia. The planet, basically, it's a totally unique fantasy environment. The only thing that brings it back down to earth is the fact that there are 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven does exist in this universe, and someone does get robbed behind one.
7-Elevens, it's a universal like foundation of
7-Elevens on the
everything.
moon.
So
Yeah.
So, but sounds pretty fun. I want to read this book now because now I'm curious
Amazing.
what happens between these pages.
And now you can, and the viewers /
viewers at
listeners
home.
can too. Well, before we go, Nate, is there anything you personally want to plug?
You know, I do have some projects coming up. If you are out there and you're all listening and you guys want more Halloween stories, I would love to share them on here eventually. But until then, I do have a podcast that has like a couple different episodes out. We did it over the course of like 2 years. So we haven't made an episode in a while. For now, it's on hiatus, but we have all those on Spotify, Apple Music, I believe, as well, and it's called 3 Clowns, 1 Mic. So if you want more Halloween stories, go check that out. That's me, my brother, and a buddy of ours who was involved in some of the stories I told. And it's gonna be pretty fun. We just kind of shoot the shit, talk about some fun stuff, Halloween event related, some Halloween stuff. So you can go check that out. It's really fun. If you want more Halloween stories, and I do have some other projects coming up. I have one. Haven't announced it officially on any kind of platform yet. But it's gonna be a little live stream action. I used to live stream a little bit. Ooh. But I have a new show coming out. It's a live stream show. I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna launch it. Also
like a cam girl or
something like that. That's gonna be great. I'm figuring out the logistics of it right now, but it's gonna basically be an hour and a half riff sesh of me just riffing around with guests on every week. It's gonna be. I can just say it. I'll say the name of it. It's copywritten, so you heard it here first, folks. On what day is it today? Let's see. October 7th, Monday, October 7th, 8:28 p.m. Basically, it's going to be called The Tonight Show. The Tonight Show. And it's going to be an hour. Yeah, I haven't talked about this, and it's my first, you guys are lucky, it's my first platform. I like you guys. This is the first platform I'm talking about this.
You just got the exclusive scoop.
The exclusive scoop, The Tonight Show. It's going to be an hour and a half riff session of me just riffing around with just a whole lot of silly stuff I have planned. I have a lot of bits planned, videos I'm going to be making for it. And it could be anything. We'll watch something spooky on my computer. Maybe we will just riff around. Maybe we'll read some Reddit stories. I don't know. I have a whole lot of things I want to try that I'm just like, let's just go for it. Because I used to live stream, but I really like just riffing around with people. It's my favorite. I'm just doing bits. So that's coming. You guys are welcome. You know what? You ought to be a guest one of those days. I'm going to be a new guest every week is my plan. So I might do it every 2 weeks. But keep your eyes out for that.
Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Tonight Show.
Well, the Tonight Show. Maybe probably January is when it's going to launch. I'm working on it. It's work in progress. Maybe a couple months ago. But
hell yeah.
That's it. That's what we got.
Yeah. Well, Nate, thank you so much. And everyone who's stuck around this long and witnessed all of that just happened.
Thank you for coming to our show tonight.
And with that, he's Ryan Reed.
Oh yeah. I'm Ryan Reed.
I'm Bailey Platts.
And I am Nate Big Dog Wise.
Woo! And this was the least famous Ryan.
So long, everybody.
And happy Halloween! How did we do that at the same time?
That's what it's all about, boys. That's what it's all about. Halloween spooky.
It's fucking hot in here.
I'm wearing a costume and I'm not even complaining.
Those are ghost sounds.
I'm wearing a flannel.
Ghost sounds, zombies.
Okay. Happy Halloween.
Boom.
I'm actually going to cut it off this time. Amazing.
We'll make sure to update Nate's socials in the description of this episode. Make sure you keep an eye out for the Tonight Show coming soon. And remember, next time you get scared at a Halloween event, be respectful, or else you might get peer pressured into marrying a stranger. Happy Halloween, witches!